Okay, we've got both our Prisma and our Drizzle database in place. We've got some data in both of them. Let's take a look now at how to do some simple queries, and this will give us a sense of how Prisma differs from Drizzle when we start to use it to get into our database. Let's focus on Prisma for now. The first thing that we'll want to do is generate our Prisma client. So we may have gotten this when we did our DB push, but in case we didn't, we can do npx prisma generate. And what that's going to do is it's going to go ahead and look into our schema.prisma file, look at all of these models, and figure out how to put together a client that we can then use in our code to call into our database. So what that looks like is if we go now into prisma.ts, we can start using Prisma here. Import Prisma Client from @prisma/client. Then we'll get our instance, and that looks like this. Give ourselves a constant called Prisma, and that's a new Prisma client. So now Prisma here has everything attached to it that we would need to call into our database in a type-safe way. So what we can do is say, let's maybe get our posts. Const posts equals await prisma.post, and it comes up right here on our autocomplete dot, and then any of these methods that we want to call to get into our database. And we can just do a findMany, for example. If we then log that out, console.log posts, and we go to run our Prisma file, npm run dev Prisma. Oh, we didn't save it, so let's go ahead and do that. Save the file and then run it again. There we have a bunch of posts, all of the posts that are in our database. We can do also things like find first and run it again down here. That's going to give us just one record, first record that it encounters in the database. We can also do things like a filter here in our findMany. We can do findMany where and something like the title maybe. And contains, let's say, contains, I don't know, title 5. That's going to give us just one record, or at least it should. So there is our one record. We can also limit the number of posts that we want to get back. So we'll take maybe just 2 posts. Running that again should just give us 2. There we go. So the point here is that we've got a bunch of methods that we can call on this post object, which is attached to our Prisma client, that gives us basically everything we need that we would ever want to call into our database. And so this is one area that's quite distinct from Drizzle, as we will see when we take a closer look at Drizzle. We kind of get everything that we need by doing npx prisma generate just once. We get all of the methods and all of the options to pass to those methods that we might need here when we do that. And importantly, it's not just finding data. We can also create data. So we can do post create, and we can pass data, and then we get our auto completion, our type safety here. We need a title, and we could put new post, etc. And data is giving us a squiggly red line here because we are missing a bunch of fields that we need to pass to our data object here for this to be complete. So we won't go into all the details about how to create, update, and delete things here with Prisma, but all of those methods are on the Prisma client. We can post update, we can post delete. And that's the point that I'd really like to drive home now, is that all of the things we want to do with our database across all of the models that we might have, they come to us just by instantiating a Prisma client like this. And we'll see how that differs from Drizzle in the next video.